Kim Kardashian made predictions for 2025 regarding her sisters, but nearly all of them turned out to be incorrect. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Kim Kardashian has always been known for her influence on culture, her business empire, and her ability to keep herself and her family in the headlines. Over the years, she has shared a lot of thoughts about her own future as well as her sister's lives. Back in the mid-2010s, she wrote a letter to her future self, which included predictions for what her family might be doing in 2025. At the time, 2025 seemed so far away that no one could know what life would really look like for any of them. Kim filled the letter with personal hopes, goals, and wishes for her sisters. Now that the year has arrived, people have revisited what she wrote, only to find that most of her guesses about her family's lives did not come true in the way she imagined. The predictions are now making waves on the internet, as fans compare what Kim envisioned with what actually happened. When Kim first wrote the letter, she was still going by the name Mrs. Kardashian West. She was in a stage of life where she was very focused on gratitude, balance, and keeping her priorities straight. In the letter, she told her future self that she wanted to always remain thankful for her blessings, to call her mom every single day, and to keep her focus on positivity rather than negativity from critics. She also hoped for family vacations to stay an important part of their lives, and she even wondered whether their family reality show would still be on air by the time 2025 rolled around. Another goal she noted was her wish to hit 100 million Instagram followers, which at the time felt like an enormous number. Looking back now, it's clear that she not only achieved that but far surpassed it, proving just how massive her reach on social media has become. But the most entertaining part of the letter wasn't her own goals, it was the way she predicted what would happen with her sisters. Each sister was given her own little section in Kim's vision of the future. Starting with Kourtney, Kim thought that her oldest sister would be done having kids by now. At the time Kim wrote the letter, Kourtney already had children and seemed like she was winding down from that chapter. Kim's words suggested that she believed Kourtney had her hands full enough and wouldn't be expanding her family further. She even added that she hoped Kourtney would have enough time in 2025 to focus on everything she wanted to do for herself. Looking at the reality today, though, Kourtney actually welcomed a new baby recently. That detail alone makes Kim's prediction quite far from accurate. Rather than being finished with motherhood, Kourtney is once again caring for a little one while balancing her life as a wife, a businesswoman, and a television personality. Moving on to Khloe, Kim's prediction took a different turn. She wished that her younger sister would have finally found true love by 2025. Kim's letter spoke warmly about how much Khloe deserved happiness and how she hoped Khloe would find her happily ever after with a great partner. The tone of her message showed how protective Kim has always been of Khloe, especially after watching her go through ups and downs in past relationships. In reality, Khloe has become a proud mom of 2 children and has been building her own path with new projects, including a podcast and a fragrance line. Professionally and personally, she seems to be thriving, but her romantic life hasn't exactly lined up with the fairy tale Kim envisioned for her. As of now, there is no clear update on Khloe finding the one, although the year is not over, and anything could still happen. Still, fans looking at Kim's old predictions have pointed out that this one hasn't really played out as Kim expected. Then there were Kim's thoughts about her younger half-sisters, Kendall and Kylie. With Kendall, Kim's prediction was surprisingly accurate. She said she hoped Kendall would continue to pursue modeling and live life on her own terms. Kim even underlined the word supermodel when referring to Kendall, making it clear she saw her future in fashion. Fast forward to today, Kendall has fully lived up to that description. She is one of the most in-demand models in the world, with major runway appearances, campaigns, and partnerships with top brands. Out of all the sisters, it seems Kendall's path aligned the most with Kim's hopes, showing that Kim had a pretty good sense of where Kendall's ambitions would take her. For Kylie, Kim wrote that she hoped her youngest sister would simply be doing whatever she wanted in 2025, because Kylie had always been the type of person who followed her own rules. Kim described Kylie as someone who didn't take direction from anyone, and that independence has clearly remained true over the years. Today, Kylie has built a massive empire with her beauty brand, expanded her business ventures, and grown into a powerful figure in fashion and lifestyle. She has also become a mother and continued to make headlines in her own way, proving that she does indeed live life by her own design. While Kim's words about Kylie were vague compared to the other sisters, they were accurate in capturing her youngest sibling's bold and independent spirit. Looking back, it's interesting to see how Kim's predictions reflect both her hopes as a sister and the uncertainty of trying to imagine the future. At the time she wrote them, she couldn't possibly have known the exact turns her sisters' lives would take, but her guesses were filled with love and good intentions. Some, like her vision of Kendall, turned out to be right on target, while others, like Kourtney and Khloe's situations, missed the mark. Still, the fact that these predictions are being talked about now shows just how deeply invested fans are in the Kardashian-Jenner family's story. People love to track how far they've come, compare past statements to present realities, and see how their lives continue to unfold in unexpected ways. What makes this story resonate even more is how it highlights the unpredictable nature of life itself. Even for one of the most famous families in the world, with all the attention, planning, and resources at their disposal, the future still holds surprises that no one can fully predict. Kim's letter to herself was meant to be a fun reflection, but it has now become a reminder that no matter how much we imagine or hope for the future, reality often writes its own script. Today, the Kardashian-Jenner family remains at the center of pop culture. Whether it is their businesses, relationships, or personal milestones, they continue to capture the public's imagination. Kim's predictions may not have all come true, but the family's influence is as strong as ever. Fans will always be eager to compare what they say about themselves with what actually happens, and that is part of what keeps them in the spotlight year after year. The letter might not have been perfectly accurate, but it has become another fascinating chapter in the ongoing story of a family that the world cannot stop watching. Moving on to Khloe, Kim's prediction took a different turn. She wished that her younger sister would have finally found true love by 2025. Kim's letter spoke warmly about how much Khloe deserved happiness and how she hoped Khloe would find her happily ever after with a great partner. The tone of her message showed how protective Kim has always been of Khloe, especially after watching her go through ups and downs in past relationships. In reality, Khloe has become a proud mom of 2 children and has been building her own path with new projects, including a podcast and a fragrance line. Professionally and personally, she seems to be thriving, but her romantic life hasn't exactly lined up with the fairy tale Kim envisioned for her. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.